What is up, everyone? Today we saw, this was a historic day. We saw a $1 trillion market cap. And I can't help but just sit here and think, what does a $1 trillion market cap for just Bitcoin? Bitcoin, not the full crypto markets. But what does a $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin look like? And that's what I want to talk about in this video. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe and like on the way in. It's been a while since I did a live stream. I feel a little rusty. So smash that like button. Somebody press 1. Let me know if the audio is working. I don't even know if these settings are correct right now, but let's jump into the video. Everybody, this is crazy. $37,470 as I do this video. Let me just I wasn't planning on it, but I thought it was just $37,100, and now we're cruising. Let me just go to an hourly chart. I didn't plan it this way, but Bitcoin currently $37,500. And I set this hourly chart up specifically with these lines at every $1,000 since $20,000. First off, pound to you all. If you're out there holding Bitcoin, if you accumulated Bitcoin, if you're buying Bitcoin, because this has been an incredible journey since right here. And I'm not going far. I'm going to December 16th. This is an hourly chart. Bitcoin, higher highs, higher lows on the hourly chart. And it's just insane. So we're going to track that hourly, by the way. So we're going to just track price, see if it keeps moving. But I do want to just talk about this. Look at this. This is new, right? Coin market cap, $1 trillion. So, and it's happening quickly. And I can't help but just continue to think about this chart. And this is a zoomed out Bitcoin chart. The cycles of Bitcoin, everybody. I charted it right here. And many of you maybe have seen me talk about this video. I've posted or talk about this chart. I posted it a lot on Twitter. But I tweeted at the bottom, or I did this chart at the bottom of the bear market. And it has just been really progressing very nicely. And there's a lot of technical stuff going on here. And there's a link in the description describing the technical stuff that's going on here. But you can check that out if you have some time. But Bitcoin on its way, right? Now, we were trying to identify the bottom, and I think we identified it pretty well in terms of the bear market low. But Bitcoin, making us a little worried here in March, right? In terms of kind of off of the trajectory. But right now, Bitcoin just catching up. And yeah, we see a $1 trillion market cap for crypto as a whole today. We have Bitcoin currently at $688 billion. And this is it, everybody. Bitcoin is trading at $37,600 right now. And it is extremely close to this upper yellow line. And you can see it right here, $50,000. And if we go back to this chart, that is essentially, and zooming out, I made a note of this when I did this chart, I guess, a while ago. I made a note of this, $50,000, $915 billion market cap. So the market cap for Bitcoin to hit $1 trillion is right around $55,000. $55,000 Bitcoin, everybody. And let's go to an hourly chart. Look how close Bitcoin is. I can't even stress enough how close Bitcoin is. Since December 17th or so to now, Bitcoin has risen 88%. It's happened that quick. How far are we now from $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin? 32% or so. That's how close we are. So, that's insane to me to really think about this. So let's dig in to what is going on and the cycles of Bitcoin, and if it's possible for Bitcoin to get there in the short term. Because everybody, we're talking about $50,000 Bitcoin, $1 trillion market cap. Guess what? I have a case for that playing out, like a true case based on historical context and historical data. So appreciate all of you cruising by tonight. If you're just getting in here, hit that like button. Don't forget, hit that subscribe. I'm trying so hard to beat Bitcoin to 100,000, and it's just very difficult. It's seeming like it's just catching up to me. At least I beat it to 50,000. So I want to just talk about the cycles of Bitcoin in relation to Bitcoin and the path to 50,000. And I mentioned it briefly in today's video earlier, and this is kind of what got me thinking about this, because I think it's really cool to track this on the charts. So if you've followed my YouTube channel for a while, you might have heard me talk a lot about the bull market doors. And very simply put, it's using macro Fibonacci retracement. So a bull market high in 2013 to the bear market low, we chart a Fibonacci retracement on the macro. And this is what the last cycle looks like. And this is what the last cycle of Bitcoin in the bear market looks like, exiting the bear market and breaking through this green channel, the bull market doors. And we have an exact same setup that we've just tracked for so long on this YouTube channel. Bear market low, Bitcoin just approaching the bull market doors, most recently in November, breaking the bull market doors. Just an epic time and just a historic time to track that happening. And what has transpired since has been just epic. Now, we continue to kind of compare, right? What we do and what we try to do is use historical data to kind of play into our decisions and maybe speculate and anticipate and just come up with all these different scenarios to the upside, to the downside, to figure out, well, am I happy with my portfolio? When do I want to buy more Bitcoin? If I buy Bitcoin now, am I happy with that? If it does this, if it does that, it's all about anticipation, everybody. This is all about the mental aspect. It's not about predicting. This is about the mental aspect of being prepared. That's all this is. And so in terms of what's going on back here after Bitcoin broke the bull market doors, this is what I want to talk about, right? Bitcoin revisited the bull market doors very briefly, and I'm going to zoom in here on this move. And then it kind of took off. And when it took off, right, it broke this, the 1618. Now, this is the 1618 higher high where, at least my technical analysis, macro, micro, whatever, you look for resistance there. You see how Bitcoin would interact. And Bitcoin back then pretty much exploded through that area on the weekly chart. And then it finally retraced and saw support at the 1618, very bullish. And it followed by a very bullish week, as you can see. The 1618 area proved to be an extremely important area to watch on the Bitcoin charts. Now, I just want to just show you what Bitcoin has done most recently. And you probably can see it on the charts on this 1618 line. Bitcoin pretty explosively broke through the 1618, right around $30,000. And as I do this video, Bitcoin's $37,600, already getting separation. Now let's start digging into this. This is zoomed in 2017, Bitcoin breaking the 1618 line. This is the 1618 line right here. And it cruised. Like, Bitcoin was moving 68% or so to the upside before finally consolidating. People were probably just euphoric, right? Actually, we were euphoric. This was in June 2017. And we remember every swing high, it was kind of like, there's no way this is going to keep going. And it did, but Bitcoin came back down and tested the 1618 and did continue to the upside. Now let's look at this move. So 68% to the upside from the 1618. Let's look at it now in terms of what Bitcoin is doing. Check this out. So the same move, Bitcoin breaking on a macro level, a macro 1618, higher high area of resistance. You can actually see this daily candle, interacting with it a little bit. But how bullish of a candle is that daily candle right there? And to illustrate something, Bitcoin is 23% through and above and separated from the 1618. So 23%. Now, last cycle, Bitcoin got overextended 68% before consolidation from that 1618. Now, if we extend this, and this is so speculative, but if we extend it 68%, we are left with a $51,000 Bitcoin. So if you're wondering, how can Bitcoin, what is the case for Bitcoin to hit that $1 trillion market cap in the short term? It's simple. And this is what it looks like on the daily chart. And it's illustrated actually very well with a 68% move to the upside back in 2017, the summer of 2017. Now, it didn't take very long, did it? From Bitcoin breaking through that 1618 to that swing high, it was around 26 days or so And if we go to Bitcoin now and we kind of chart that same thing to see a date range, Bitcoin is 5 days in. Now, the one thing I've noticed with Bitcoin, and many of you might have noticed as well, is Bitcoin is just cruising right now. And it's just like outpacing itself from that last cycle, right? Everything's happening so quick. So this could truly happen. Bitcoin, if this move continues, and I'm very bullish, I'm very hype on Bitcoin right now, and you know me, always in the back of my mind. And I talked briefly about 20%, 40% dips today because it's always in the back of my mind, not because I'm bearish, but because it's just the way I am wired as a human being. And it's also where opportunity lies for me for accumulation in an uptrend. But this is what it looks like on the hourly now. We just zoomed all the way out from the weekly macro to the cycles of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin potentially putting in a move, what you see here, happening right now to $50,000. The synergy and the harmony are there. The opportunity is available to Bitcoin if this continues. And by the way, this weekly candle that Bitcoin's putting in right now with that wick on the weekly just dipping right into that 1618 is just very bullish looking to me. So the case is there as we zoom in on the charts and we see the similarities of this move for Bitcoin to leave us here at the hourly chart. And then we continue, and now we dig into how do we get there on a micro level, right? How do we get to $50,000 on a micro level? How do we get to $1 trillion Bitcoin market cap on a micro level? And this is what it looks like. It's stepping stones. It's patience. It's the name of the game, everybody. And it's mental, because as we know, and this is no surprise, Bitcoin is volatile. Look at this. This happened on the hourly chart so quick, a 20% dip on the hourly chart. And the dip, like the huge part of that dip happened pretty much like in minutes. And so we have to anticipate more of that on the way up to potentially $50,000, $55,000 is the true $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin, right around 55,000. But on this micro level, we have two targets. So we're aiming on the short term to these stepping stones. Target of 39,000, right? And let me really zoom in so you can see this in case you missed the technical analysis from earlier today. Just this very ugly looking symmetrical triangle, but to me, I don't care. I know it when I see it, right? And when I talked about it in yesterday's video, I said it's ugly, but I don't care. We have these lower highs, we have a couple higher lows, and we just worked right into this apex, and Bitcoin broke out. Target $39,000. Pretty confluent with that is a target of right around $39,000, $40,000, and that is this rising channel that you see. And Bitcoin well on its way. I mean, Bitcoin has just been putting in these higher highs, higher lows, breaking key resistance areas that we've talked about in recent technical analysis videos. And so the point I'm trying to make right now is to get to 50,000, 55,000, to get to $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin, Bitcoin has to just keep hitting these targets. And along the way, anticipate some consolidation, because even though we've been just going crazy since Bitcoin broke 20,000 down here at the bottom of the screen, even though that's been happening, Bitcoin has been consolidating. You can see it. Every yellow line you see here is $1,000 move. Everybody. That's insane. And so we're getting these huge moves, thousands of dollars, and then back down thousands of dollars, up thousands of dollars, down thousands of dollars. So get ready for your portfolios. Every time you refresh, it's been insane. I'm sure you can relate. Just watching your portfolio refresh, especially when we're getting like dips like this, you're like, shoot. And then you're getting pumps like this, and you're like screaming. And your wife's like, dude, what is going on over there? at least that's kind of my life. But everybody, so stepping stones, we have our first targets. My point I'm trying to make is all these yellow lines that you see here are now cushion. They're cushion for Bitcoin. If we're talking about a 20% dip for Bitcoin, look at this. A 20% dip from where Bitcoin is right now is only around $30,000. A 20% dip, it brings us to $30,000. Talk about cushion and separation. This is crazy to me. And so this is also why a 40% dip is very much in play. A 40% dip brings us to very key areas just above the all-time high of 2017. And you know, the thing is, these 20% dips, 40% dips, they keep getting moved up, right? As Bitcoin keeps moving up. So we're going to keep anticipating any type of dip scenario. It's always a possibility, but trust me, everybody, these targets to the upside, there's one thing I've been talking a lot about, and that is simply supply shock. There's just so much demand right now for Bitcoin. And with that demand, there is just simply not enough supply. And that's why you're seeing Bitcoin move quicker than it usually has. Usually this chart that you see here is me. Typically, I'd be talking about these moves on a daily chart, right? These are moves that you see on a daily chart. These are setups that you see on a daily chart, and these are on an hourly chart. And that's why us YouTubers are having kind of a tough time, you know, breaking down the charts and kind of keeping up with it, because Bitcoin keeps moving so quickly. And so props to any other YouTubers that do technical analysis out there, because it's like, it's just moving so fast. So Bitcoin currently $37,700. Again, stepping stones. These moves are coming very quickly. I just glanced over. I saw Poseidon Lou in the chats. What's up, dude? Thanks for cruising by. So everybody, at the end of the day, we are in a whole brand new game, $1 trillion market cap, and this is one thing I wanted to do on the hourly, just to give you an idea. I want to zoom out. There's the $50,000 target, right, to the upside. And if you're just joining us, that target is based off of data, very realistic data, because it happened not that long ago. I mean, everybody remembers the bull run 2017. This move happened from that 1618, 60% overextended, back down to the 1618. So here we are now talking about speculatively, everybody. This is a prediction, kind of, in a sense, because we're speculating. We're having some fun with it, but it's not a guarantee. But if Bitcoin made a similar move, 68% to the upside, that brings us pretty close to $1 trillion market cap. And then, hey, what would a retracement look like if we had a similar retracement to that 1618 line? Guess what? 40%. Go figure. And then we're talking about a 40% dip to $30,000. Is everybody comfortable with that? As opposed to, you know, a 40% potential dip from $10,000. But zooming out on the hourly chart right now, Bitcoin, just to give you an idea, we are 30% or so, 32% from $50,000. And I'm kind of, you know, I'm obviously rounding it. It's $1 trillion market cap is a little bit above $50,000, but we're on our way. The trajectory is there, and that's the name of the game, everybody. So I truly appreciate you all. I really, truly do. I had super chats on, everybody. I don't know if I got any super chats. I should have had that open. Shoot. If you super chatted, I am so sorry. Let me see. I don't even have it open. But I do want to say this. Hit that like button, everybody. I appreciate your support. Hit that subscribe if you're not a subscriber. All super chats are... So I'm very much into Cardano, and I probably need to do a Cardano live stream. All my super chats, if we got any, are going to WEQNT. This is where I stake my Cardano. This is where Denicio is making some moves in terms of what he's doing. He's taking profits, and he's sending solar powered light bulbs to people that need it. Just look at the video on the screen, everybody. So if you're staking Cardano, if you're looking to stake, WEQNT, look them up. Message me on Twitter. I'll hook you guys up. And super chats are also going to try and purchase these bulbs to send over there. Also, water and wells are in the works. So dude, making some moves. Glory to God. I love it. I love all of you. Let's keep tracking Bitcoin. But on the macro chart, $50,000 in play, only 30% away. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. Everybody, you know, I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome rest of your night, and God bless.